Today I thought I'd give a brief update on the Owatonna Mustang 330 skid steer project. The last time I posted a video, I was trying to decide whether to go with the Wisconsin engine and put that back in the skid steer or go with the Kawasaki V-twin. I picked up this Kawasaki liquid-cooled, fuel-injected 26-horse V-twin engine. It needed some work. I took it apart, and this engine turned out that the only things that were really severely damaged were the two connecting rods and the crankshaft. So I did decide to go with the Kawasaki engine and put this modern engine in the old skid steer for a couple of reasons. I really haven't decided what I'm going to do with this machine yet. I might keep it and use it for myself, or I might sell it. If I decide to sell it, I'm pretty sure it will be more saleable with the modern engine in it. And if I decide to keep it for myself, I'm pretty sure it will be a lot nicer for me to work and definitely nicer for me to maintain with the Kawasaki engine in it. So I decided to go this route. What was really the determining factor is I was able to find a good used crankshaft on eBay for this engine. I purchased it. It's in really good shape. It looks like there's no wear in it at all. It looks like a new one. And of course, since it was used on eBay, I was able to purchase it for way less than half the price of a new one. I picked up a couple of new connecting rods for the engine. The pistons look good. I've got some new gaskets there. So this should be a pretty good engine when I get done with it. I did not get a fuel pump with this engine. It was stayed on the chassis of whatever it came out of. Kawasaki gets $250 for the replacement fuel pump for this engine. I went online, found an aftermarket fuel pump that's within the specifications of the Kawasaki pump. $63 on the internet from Rock Auto, so I did pretty good on that. So when I'm all done, I should have a rebuilt engine for about a quarter of the price of a new one. So I think that's going to work out pretty well. I've got the old crankshaft in the engine right now. I've got the engine and the bare block sitting here with the sprocket on it because I have today been fabricating a new engine mount for this, a way to mount this engine in the skid steer, and was really handy to be able to do that with just the bare block of the crankshaft, because this unit as it sits here weighs about maybe 35 pounds, and so it was a lot easier to make the dozen or so trips in and out of the skid steer while I was fabricating the engine mount. So it's still got a little sun out there, so let's see if we can see this. I got the new sprocket on the for the coupler on the hydrostatic drive, and it's very important that the two sprockets, the sprocket on the crankshaft of the engine and the sprocket here on the hydrostatic drive, be perfectly in alignment. So I've been really careful making my engine mount. What I did here, I took a couple of pieces of angle iron that I had laying around. I drilled holes and bolted them to the chassis here, put them together, and I've got a flat spot on top here. I clamped these together and did several fittings because I can, the way these pieces of angle iron are, I could alter the height of them. So I did a few mock-ups, and my aim was to get the engine just on this mount here, so it was sitting just about level, and then do the final adjustment with some shims. I took a piece of 3/16 flat stock that I had laying around. I've got the holes drilled in here to bolt it to the bottom of the engine, and I got everything all lined up. I got it sitting on the flat spots of the angle iron here, got everything all lined up, measured very carefully, and it came out really well. I was aiming to come out about a 16th or a 32nd of an inch too low, and then make up the final measurement, the final bit I needed with shims, so I could control that a little better. So I got everything lined up, clamped it down with vice grips, drilled the holes, and it seems to have lined up pretty well. I'm pretty happy with this. Right now, I need to take these back off. I got them welded, not completely welded yet. I wanted to get everything, my holes drilled and everything lined up, then take these back off, finish welding them up, and I want to put some gussets in there. And now that I've got the holes drilled, I know where I can safely put the gussets. So I'm pretty happy with the way this is turning out. I'll keep plugging away on this project, and probably in another week or so I'll hope to have the engine together. I've got everything I need to put the Kawasaki engine together, and of course I've got a couple other things going on too, so I'm in no rush for this project. But when I have more to update, I will post again. So until then, have a good day.